Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie Once and Always that just dropped on Netflix. Fair warning, if you haven't watched it yet, I will be talking spoilers, so go watch it and then come back and let me know what you thought of the movie. As a whole, I thought this movie was good. I enjoyed it. Now, young me would have really loved this. I was super into the Power Rangers when I was a kid. And now, I've grown up a bit, so I'm not as into that type of entertainment now, but the nostalgia on it was amazing. I love David Yost. I've met him. He's incredible. He's such a nice guy. And he crushed it as Billy. What I loved about this was it had the same feel as the 90s Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show. That campy, but in a good way, the campy silliness. Again, getting into spoilers here. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to click off and come back afterwards, here's your last and final warning. So this is in the trailer, so everyone knows this part, that Trini gets killed by Rita Repulsa, which is actually, let's click on over to the robot Rita here, right? She's brought back. Billy accidentally brings her back because he's looking for Zordon, and her essence, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, comes back and it takes over Alpha, right? So she turns into this robot. It makes sense, but it is a bit silly. When I first seen this in the trailers, I was like, Rita's a robot? What? Like, what? But I mean, for the story, it makes sense. And again, this is made for kids, but they do cater to people like me a bit who grew up watching it. I do like what they did with the characters, the original characters that weren't going to be there. Kim wasn't a part of it, Amy Jo Johnson, and neither was Jason David Frank. The filming was finished before he passed away, but he wasn't a part of it because he was working on his own movie at the time, and Amy Jo Johnson just decided not to be a part of it because she had her own stuff going on. But they still had their characters in it. I like the way they did that, how Rita needed their power because she's trying to go back into time to let her younger self know everything that's happened, right? And her ultimate plan is she wants to kill the Rangers in their sleep, is exactly what she says. Part of this is a tiny bit dark, okay? She wants to kill the Rangers in their sleep so that she could just take over the world initially, like, when she pops out of the space dumpsters, like, time to conquer Earth. Yeah, well, that's what she wants to happen, right? So she needs power from the Power Rangers, and she has one of her minions who can capture them and just they can't move. It basically paralyzes them. Snake goes around them. They turn into these little action figure things, and she puts them on a shelf, and she's taking their power away. That's what happens right in the beginning to Tommy, Kimberly, and Jason, because those three weren't in the movie for the recording, right? So that's how they take care of that. And Trini, because we know Toy Trang passed away in, I think, it was the early 2000s. So they did a tribute for her and Jason David Frank at the end, which I'll actually play that at the end of this video. So this is kind of dark, right? Trini gets killed. They show this in the trailer. She gets blown up, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, that, I wasn't expecting that. And her daughter wants to avenge her mother and take the place as the Yellow Ranger. So that was pretty interesting. And I liked, they had pictures of Toy Trang around in the house as it paying a tribute. And I really liked that. David Yost and Walter Jones in it, amazing. Same with Stephen Cardenas and Catherine Sutherland. Karen Ashley and Johnny Young Bosch even make a little cameo in it. I loved that. Because it's kind of hard to, because Johnny Young Bosch was the Black Ranger in Mighty Morphin. So they can't have Walter Jones. They can't have Adam and Zach, you know what I mean? So they had Adam and Aisha. They were part of the Space Rangers force. I mean, they weren't actually Space Rangers, but they, I didn't watch the Space Ranger series, so I'm not very savvy on that. But, they were coming to Earth to help, but they were far away. Well, all of this chaos is going on with Rita. So as a whole, I enjoyed this. And again, I will say it's for kids. So I'm not going to be too critical on some of the campiness, but that's what makes it Power Rangers. That's what we loved it as kids. My favorite scene was the Zords. When they had the Megazord built, I was like, yes, because in the remake, I forget which year it was, the remake when they remade the Power Rangers and they had Amy Jo Johnson and Jason David Frank do that little cameo. I actually enjoyed that movie, but I did not like the Zords and I did not like Goldar in it. they brought back the old school Zords, and I was like, yes, I'm not gonna lie. The music started playing, and I was like, oh yeah, like I got pumped. Not even gonna lie, that was amazing. I was a bit disappointed that there was no cameo from Bulk and Skull. I mean, they had the poster of them that they own like a bulk food store or a bulk food restaurant, something like that. But I would have loved to just see some, even just a little like 60-second clip of some silly Bulk and Skullness. You know what I mean? I'm sure there was reasons why, because a lot of the original cast didn't join in with this, but that would have been nice. But at least they paid, you know, some homage to them a little bit in that poster. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. So overall, I enjoyed it. It was cute. I'm wondering if they're going to continue the story and maybe have a younger generation do Mighty Morphin. That would be interesting because I was only into Mighty Morphin growing up. I'm not saying by any means any of the other Power Ranger series weren't good, but I was into Mighty Morphin, and then I got older and I just didn't really watch Power Rangers anymore. So after Mighty Morphin stopped, I wasn't watching it anymore. I think it would be interesting to see the Mighty Morphin style of Power Rangers done now in modern times, and I'm guessing they would have Trini's daughter as the Yellow Ranger. Like, that'd be cool if they decide, okay, we're gonna bring all of their kids in and have them as the Power Rangers. I'd be interested in seeing that. Again, I'm not the audience for that, so I might not actually enjoy it, but I don't think it would be a bad idea for them to try. They did a little tribute at the end, which I'm gonna keep it muted so I don't get clipped for it. But I wanted to just show it to you guys in case maybe you're not interested in watching the movie, but you want to see this. This was the only that they showed Amy Jo Johnson and Jason David Frank here, but it's clearly from the 90s. But it was a sweet little tribute, and I'm not gonna lie, it gave me a little bit of goosebumps and tugged at my heartstrings a little bit. Tribute to Toy Trang and Jason David Frank. It was a sweet ending, and I'm guessing that, you know, Amy Jo Johnson, I don't think this was originally going to be in the movie, but then when Jason David Frank passed, they probably decided they wanted to put it in. I don't know. And she was okay with it because obviously they're going to have to pay her for it. You know, it's her, and it's her singing and all that. But here we go. We're just going to watch a little clip of the tribute to Jason David Frank and Toy Trang. All right, guys. So did you watch Once and Always Ranger? What did you think about it? Are you going to watch it? Let me know down in the comments. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.